My name is Jack, and I'm a passionate angler and all-round fish fanatic. In this series of films, I'm trying to track down and catch 100 different species of fish in the British Isles as I fly, see and course fish for a range of weird species. This week I'm fishing on a private lake that is home to the UK's most invasive fish, the Prussian carp.
How are we all doing? Well, today I'm at a secret venue and I'm back at it for Prussian carp. Now you might remember in a previous video I tried to get Prussians and I thought I got them, but that didn't quite work out.
So in a previous video I went to Sussex where I was told the fish there were Prussians, but since then I've been told they're actually in fact Nicarabunas, which sounds like something you get from a curry house, but they're actually a kind of very rare Japanese goldfish. They're equally invasive, but not what I was after. They're listed on the Angling Trust website along with Prussians, and they're classified as a separate species. As a side note, another species that featured in that video was the sunbleak, and I have since caught one on rod and line at a fishery also.
So I know these are definitely Prussian carp. They've been DNA tested by the Environment Agency. They've taken these away, so I know if I get one today, it's definitely a Prussian. So fingers crossed, because this is one of the only lakes in England that's got confirmed Prussian carp. Sort of mixed feelings. Again, I don't really want to see them, but for the challenge of catching new species, it would be great. I can't reveal where I am, partly because the fishery doesn't want me to share that. It's a private fishery, which is fair enough. And also the person who kind of clued me into this didn't want it spreading around. So I'm sorry, I can't say exactly where I am, but I'm somewhere in the UK fishing for Prussians. It's a lovely day. We're in the middle of May. I've got feeder tactics. Let's see if we can get one. Most normal people would be, oh, I missed that. Bugger. Oh, that's good. That was a proper bite. Well, I was about to say most people would be fly fishing for trout in May, or maybe going after tench or something. And I'm here for a mutant goldfish. Bugger, I missed that bite. So you might have never heard of a Prussian carp or a Geibel carp. They're the same thing, depends what you want to call them. Why are they such a problem? Well, the thing is they breed rapidly. Not only do they breed with each other, but they've got a very unique way of spawning in that female Geibel carp can clone themselves. All they need is another cyprinid sperm. So if a roach or a rudd bred with a female Geibel carp, all the offspring would be clones of that mother Geibel carp. So in theory, eventually you just end up with Geibel carp in a lake. So you can see why the Environment Agency are so hot on trying to remove them. Now the EA are aware of them in this fishery. They're working with the Angling Club to kind of resolve the issue of having these fish in here. So it's not something we need to report today. They're well aware that they're in there. And there's some clonking Geibel carp in here. They get to, 2, 3, 4 pounds, something like that. So they're generally bigger than goldfish and crucians that you typically catch. But I've got to get one first before that. But it'd be interesting to see one. Well, I'm in. The rod wrapped round, and I think it's a target fish. It looks carpy. Come on, let's get you in. Come on. Oh, gotta let some line out. Yes. Oh. Wow. Let's get a look at this. So, there we go. This is a Prussian carp, or Geibel carp. It's quite a big one, to be fair. These are really weird fish, something we definitely don't want elsewhere in the UK. But I'm going to go through how to identify Geibel or Prussian carp.
I'll make this brief, as I'm already working on fish ID videos, but telling a pure Crucian from a Prussian is relatively straightforward. Firstly, the dorsal fin on a Prussian is concave, while in a Crucian it's convex. only Prussians have convex dorsal fins, so it's a very easy way to tell them apart. Generally, Prussians are golden in colour and Prussians are more silvery, but this will largely depend on the watercolour in the venue that you're fishing at. Prussians have a lateral line count of 32 to 34, while Prussians are 31 to 36. Telling Prussians from goldfish is much harder, as until recently they were classed as the same species, but it certainly helps in this case that I know these fish have been looked at by the EA. Generally, goldfish have a lower lateral line count at 28 to 30. I go into more detail on how to ID them in my book, and you can also grab a poster which features them too. I've got a selection of merch out, from A3 fish posters to playing cards, and an ID book for sale via my website with a link in the description. I can now add the proper Prussian carp to my species list. I can also change sunbleak from being netted to caught on rod and line. So a couple of new additions. New episodes of The Species Hunt are out each Sunday at 5 PM, and next week I'm in Cornwall ticking off 5 new species and getting absolutely drenched.
Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this vid, why not check out this other video right here? If you can, please subscribe to the channel, only takes a couple of seconds and it really helps me out. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.